Good late afternoon, everybody. It's Super Jack Show 1 here. Now, for this video, I'm now going to show you guys my entire Hunger Games Blu-ray collection, which I have all 4 of the movies on Blu-ray. Oddly enough, this collection only took 1 year in the making to complete. And this is the only film series I have where I have all the films only on Blu-ray. I don't have the DVD-only editions of these movies. I just only have them on Blu-ray. So, yes, and I'm going to show you guys all of these in order of their release day as well as the story goes as with the books, just like how I did when I did my Harry Potter DVD and Blu-ray collection. Except I do have all 3 Hunger Games books. Of course, they're actually 4 Blu-rays since one film's in 2 parts. So without further ado, let's get started with the first film, and that's The Hunger Games. It says The World Will Be Watching. And this is the 2-disc Blu-ray and Blu-ray and digital copy combo pack. And this film was released in theaters in March of 2012. And this is the only Hunger Games film to be released in the spring, as well as the only Hunger Games film to be directed by Gary Ross. Because he directed this film. He didn't direct any of the other Hunger Games films. But, yep. And, so yeah, this film came out years ago, back in 2012. And I got this Blu-ray at the FYE store inside the South Kingstown Mall back on my 14th birthday. Now, this Blu-ray is still available, in regular stores. The reason why I got there is because I like trying to get... I thought my collection would look more complete if I got all the Blu-rays, copies with slip covers, in which all the copies here do have slip covers. But at Target, Walmart doesn't really sell many Blu-ray copies of this, mostly just the DVD-only editions. But Target, the only copies Target had were just the ones without the slipcover. But then when I went to FYE to get, something for myself on my 14th birthday, I saw a copy of this that had a slipcover, which was this copy. There was a copy that had a slipcover, and it was only $12, so I decided to get it, and I'm glad I have it. Anyways, you can see here's the spine. On the back, it says The Worldwide Phenomenon. For most features, got Disc 1 as the feature film, Disc 2 as the game makers, Susan Collins. Susan Collins, we know, wrote the Hunger Games books. And the Hunger Games Phenomenon, The World is Watching, Making the Hunger Games, Letters from the Rose Garden, Controlling the Games, A Conversation with Gary Ross and Elvis Mitchell, Preparing for the Games, A Director's Process, Blu-ray exclusive, Propaganda Film, and a Marketing Archive. The runtime on here is 142 minutes. And yes, this is in widescreen. All the films on the Blu-rays, all the films are presented in widescreen. So that's good. Anyway. I'll open this Blu-ray up. See, we've got this digital copy thing. Unfortunately, the code has expired. But here's the disc. Here's Blu-ray Disc 1, which has the movie and has Katniss. And here's Blu-ray Disc 2 with the bonus features, and you can see PETA. Still, this Blu-ray of The Hunger Games is, very good indeed. Okay, and the next film released was The Hunger Games Catching Fire. It says every revolution begins with a spark. And this was released in theaters in November of 2013. And every Hunger Games film starting with this would all have November releases. Every single Hunger Games film following this would be released in November. And also, beginning with this film, this is when Francis Lawrence took over, and he would direct the rest of the Hunger Games films in the series. Anyways, you can see, here's the spine. In the back, it says, Spectacular in every sense of the word, stated by Peter Travers of Rolling Stone. And Jennifer Lawrence is a force of nature, stated by Ann Hornaday of the Washington Post. Special features, we got a filmmaker's commentary, a 9-part making-of documentary, a Blu-ray exclusive, deleted scenes, and a sneak peek at Divergent. And this is the longest film in the series, reading about 146 minutes. So this film's almost 2.5 hours long. And I got this Blu-ray at the Target store inside the Warwick Mall back in August of 2015. I got this almost a year and a half after it came out, and yet the copies at Target were still had the slipcovers on them. That's good. And what's cool is that when this Blu-ray first came out, I don't know which store, I think it may have been a Walmart store, I just don't know what was where. People there could get, their Blu-ray or the DVD copy signed by actress Willow Shields, who are in this movie, because in the movie, Willow Shields, she plays Prim, Katniss' sister. And this is a Blu-ray and DVD combo pack. And we got the digital copy. Is this code is expired? Yes, it did. Yes, it is. It expired last year. And here are the disc. Here's the Blu-ray disc, which you can see Katniss. And here's the DVD, which has the same artwork, except it doesn't have the Blu-ray banner. But still, this Blu-ray of The Hunger Games Catching Fire is very good indeed. This was also the last Hunger Games film that I did not see in theaters. But yeah, very, very good movie. Indeed. I know a lot of people put this as their favorite film in a lot of people put this as their favorite Hunger Games film, but it's not my favorite though, but it's in third place. Okay. The next one. Now, also, this was the last Hunger Games film that was just a single part. Alright, the next one released was The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1. It says, fire burns brighter in the darkness. I know there's some little marks on here. I don't know where those came from, but... And I got this Blu-ray, and this is the Walmart exclusive cover, because this has a different cover. At Walmart, you can get an exclusive cover. Because I got this Blu-ray at Walmart in North and Surround the day it came out, back on March 6th, 2015. And this was the first Hunger Games film I saw in theaters, and because me and my friends, like all of my friends, saw this in theaters at the Showcase Entertainment Cinemas movie theater in South Kings Island back on the day before Thanksgiving in 2014. And this film was released in theaters in November of 2014. We went on a field trip to see it. It was all a field trip. Of course, after that, we had to do a review on it. But, yeah. And of course, we know this film is dedicated to actor Philip Seymour Hoffman, which in the movies we know he plays Plutar Heavensbee, because, you know, he died unexpectedly during the filming of Part 2. And Liam Hemsworth's role as Gale in this film is very large, because he's helping out Katniss, going through because Katniss is trying to execute President Snow a bit, but it's more detailed, a lot more in Part 2, as they're in District 13 now, and he also works with other guys to try and rescue Peeta and Joanna, who were captured at the Capitol at the end of Catching Fire. Yeah, but anyway, as you can see, here's the spine and the back, and there's no critic review or statement for this one. For bonus features, the Walmart exclusive one, for surprisingly, only did not have all the bonus features. If you get the regular Blu-ray that's not the Walmart exclusive cover, you get a lot more bonus features, like an audio commentary and stuff. But here we only got some trailers and a sneak peek at Insurgent. It's very disappointing how, they only put those two there, but that doesn't bother me, because basically all I really care about is the movies. I wasn't really interested on the bonus features on this. I'm more interested in the Disney bonus features for the making of those. So that doesn't really matter. As long as I got the film, I'm good. And this is the shortest film in the series, being only 123 minutes long. So only about 2 hours and 3 minutes. Yes, if you get the regular Blu-ray, it's just this cover with Katniss on it. This is the Walmart had an exclusive cover that has Katniss, Gale, and Cressida on the cover. Anyway, what's up? And since this is a Walmart exclusive cover, this is just a one-disc set. We got this digital copy, and this is an eco case. All the Blu-rays here are in eco cases, but this is the first time we see it, because usually the disc has been covering it up. But here's the disc, which has Katniss, and this is from the original theatrical poster, and that's what the regular Blu-ray looks like, and not the Walmart exclusive cover, for what the cover looks like that. Yeah, a lot of these Blu-rays, usually the covers would be lifted from the original theatrical poster. Yeah, but since, surprisingly, for the Walmart exclusive, it's just a Blu-ray only and not a Blu-ray and DVD combo. But still, The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1, it's pretty good, but this is my least favorite film in the Hunger Games series, probably because, there's not much action in it, but yeah, a lot of people agree that the reviews were still positive, though. The acting in this film was amazing, but a lot of people just really didn't like there was no action in this movie. I have to agree. Part 1 is kind of like where all the boring stuff happens, and Part 2 is supposed to be where all the good stuff happens. Alright, and finally, we got The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2. Ooh, and it says, nothing can prepare you for the end. And this Blu-ray actually just came out yesterday, and I got it at Walmart yesterday. It says, an limited edition, over 5 hours of extras. Includes digital movie on VUDU.com/redeem. Digital copy code Digital code may not be valid after 2017. Yeah, these digital copy codes only last a year. That's weird. They usually most other studios, they usually last like 2 or 3 years. That's very interesting. Oh well. But yeah, in this cover right here, this is lifted from the teaser poster. I know the DVD only editions, just the cover for the DVD only editions is the theatrical poster, but this is the cover from the TV. But the cover they used here is from the teaser poster, where Katniss is in President Snow's chair, and her Mockingjay outfit is red instead of black. Because in the movie, because surprisingly, I don't know why for the Mockingjay Part 2 posters, her Mockingjay uniform is red, because in the movie, her Mockingjay uniform is never red, it's always in black. It's really weird how they did that. But yes, and during production of this, Philip Seymour Hoffman passed away. He had already filmed a majority of his scenes. He only had like one major scene left to film, which was when he was supposed to give this speech to Katniss. However, they were able to fix it by instead, the speech he was supposed to say was put into a letter, and the letter is read by Woody Harlem's character, Haymitch. Anyway, and this is my favorite film in the Hunger Games series. I love the action in it. In this film, this is when Katniss wants to really kill President Snow. So then her, Gale, Peeta, and a couple of the other characters are assigned to the Star Squad, and they have to go and fight against the Capitol. Anyways, you can see here's the spine. In the back it says, one of the most celebrated movie series of all time comes to its thrilling conclusion. Yes, and yet there is a lot of bonus features on this Blu-ray, like Pawns No More, Making the Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2, an 8-part documentary with an in-depth look at all aspects of making of the final film, including the acting, assembled visual and costume design, special effects, post-production, and more. The Hunger Games: A Photographic Journey, send a sketchbook, Secrets of the Mockingjay Armor, Penham on display, the Hunger Games expedition jet to the set, in an audio commentary with director Francis Lawrence and producer Nina Jacobson. And I saw this film in theaters on its opening night back on November 20th, 2015, at the Showcase Cinemas movie theater in Warwick. And I did see it with my friends, but it's not all my friends. I saw it with like 13 other friends. If you want to know which friends they were, mostly the friends I saw them with are the ones that you've seen in most of my vlogs I have. So I mentioned which ones went, some of them that went back in the update in my previous video, so if you want to go see that, go ahead. But, yeah. Yeah, of course, I'm glad for this, Walmart did not put an exclusive cover where you didn't get any of the bonus features. You got all of them. That's good. We got the digital copy, in which the code does not expire till next year. And here the Blu-ray disc. Now the disc art here is actually the artwork, which is for the DVD only cover, and this is from the original poster. Here's the Blu-ray disc, which you can see Katniss, and here's the DVD, which has the same artwork. When this Blu-ray when I opened it, the Blu-ray disc was on this side, and the DVD disc was on that side, but I kind of like it better, when the Blu-ray disc is on this side, and the DVD disc is on that side, so that's why I flipped them. But yeah, if you haven't seen this is a great film. It's too bad though. This is the lowest grossing film in the series. Because by the way, Catching Fire is the highest grossing film in the series, but the Mockingjay Part 2 unfortunately is the lowest grossing film in the series, because making only about $600 million. Kind of surprised. Of course, we know it kind of was in competition at the time, because a couple weeks before, Spectre, I think that's how you pronounce it, and the Peanuts movie had been released. Of course, Peanuts movie probably wasn't the biggest competition. Also, 5 days later, Pixar's film The Good Dinosaur was released, which I also did see that. I know I still haven't gotten The Good Dinosaur on Blu-ray yet. Once I get more money, because I don't have enough money to get it currently right now, because I used all my money to buy this Blu-ray. But once I get enough money, I will buy The Good Dinosaur. And also opened a few weeks before Star Wars The Force Awakens was released in theaters, which, that film was a huge blockbuster. I know, I saw that back the day after New Year's, and I will get that Blu-ray when it comes out in April. But the reviews for this film were still positive. But yes, still the Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2 is an excellent finale to a series, and also was the very last time that Jennifer Lawrence would play Katniss Everdeen. Well, it's also the last for a lot of the characters, because they moved on to other things. They stopped back in, because this film was filmed back in 2014, mid 2014, even though it wasn't released till a year and a half later, because part 1 and part 2 were filmed back to back as if they were all one movie. And there are a lot of digital effects. There's a lot of digital effects that you could totally tell took a long time, that, you know, they even started working on before part 1 was released. So, yeah. And there you go. That's my entire Hunger Games Blu-ray collection. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I will see you all for my next video coming soon.